Okay, here we are, vet side of the tournament. This is being filmed the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. I've had a hectic week, no time to prepare. The only thing that makes me feel better about it is that nobody else has either. I know James had a hectic week. Jake is studying for like 13 matches, including a few title matches. So we're all going to score about 3 points. So, it is what it is. We're going to have some fun, answer some questions. Let's do this.
Yeah, Brian just said it all. It's been a really hectic couple of weeks, and on top of that, I've got a cold. So, I got to push through like Rachel Cushing and try to just will my way through this match. And to be honest with you, it's going to be a tough one. We got two really good opponents that you're going up against with Jake and Brian here. So I've got to pull myself together here. I won with the Force. The Force is with me, and we'll see how we come out at the end.
So, I'm actually kind of feeling pretty good about this match. I've recently just come off of an unfortunate loss to Jeremy in a title match, which, if Ned Burns was going to be on the wheel, that could have helped me. But, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of weird about this one because, this week has been, as Brian and James have echoed, it's been a busy week for all of us. I had 2 title matches in Warzone that I've had to study and prepare for. So really, my prioritize has been not really on this match, unfortunately. But I'm just going to play and see what happens because at this point, I'm 3-4. What have I don't even know what's going to happen as far as after this match. So we're all kind of underwhelming each other in the sense, underrating, and I don't know if it's just gonna help us. I like Brian and James a lot. I mean, we haven't really played each other, so I think this is going to be interesting. I do have gifts for the both of you. I haven't done this in a while, but for James, I got you the film Inspector Gadget, which is actually from the same director as Cool as Ice, the Vanilla Ice film, which is kind of a terrible film, but and Brian, I got you the film Inspector Gadget 2, which was actually filmed in Australia. So I think you'll like this one. French Stewart, who's just a national treasure. So I think this is going to be fun, and let's see what happens because who knows, the winner could score 10 points and win. So let's see.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Full Metal Singles. We've got another great Tournament of Dreams match here on the vet side. We've got James versus Jake versus Brian. We heard the promos. Doug, what do you make of this match? And how are you going?
You got one person that's overworked, one person that's sick, and one person that is double worked. I just wanted to say something else other than overworked. So this is going to be, I don't want to say a lackluster event, because, they're kind of just downplaying it as much as possible. I know what each of these competitors are able to do, and it's going to be awesome to see them go at it, even if they aren't feeling 100% in the match. But yeah, no, Malcolm, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and yeah, they're each kind of underestimating themselves and that, and it looks like Jake sort of drew the short straw and is playing with skins today, but everyone else is playing shirts. But we've heard from the competitors, but let's officially bring them in. Introducing first is James White. And introducing second, we have Jake Maringoni. And introducing last but not least, we've got Brian Michaels. So, the way round one works is we ask you 8 questions in 8 predetermined categories. And they write down the answer on the whiteboard and reveal it when we ask them to reveal it. But everyone gets 3 repeats and 1 challenge should they need to use it, and that is all they need to know. But the first question is in the round category of action adventure. In what action film will you hear Arnold Schwarzenegger give a one-liner telling someone to let off some steam?
I say that Arnold Schwarzenegger's got a couple of one-liners, man. Some really special ones. I think there's quite a few that you could probably name off the top of your head. I would probably say there's about. What do you think, Malcolm? Five?
Yeah, there's probably 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But James,
Commando.
Jake,
My best friend, he's dead tired. Commando.
and Brian.
And that's what we call a beautiful clean sweep. Going into question 2, recent releases. Who directed the 2019 film Where Do You Go, Bernadette? There's people that ask me sometimes, Malcolm, where'd you go? Like they're having a conversation with me and they just see me blank out and I'm like, I don't know, a parallel universe? Maybe I learned how to time travel.
But yeah, I know. I get asked the same question. I get asked it about 5 times.
Brian,
4.
you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to mention that.
Sorry.
That's
Okay.
all right.
Better now than later.
But Jake,
That'll be Richard Linklater.
Brian,
Correct.
Oh, I had no idea. I put Noah Baumbach.
and James.
No, didn't have it.
So Jake's striking first blood on this. But
That's
the
the
next,
only time this match.
the next question is in the realm of comedy. In what comedy will you hear the quote, "Every time I kiss you, I'm going to taste 36 other guys"?
That's such a great quote.
So,
There's been a few people that I probably wanted to say that to. I could probably count about 5 of them.
You need to change the people you date.
Just tell them to use mouthwash.
Brian,
Clarks.
James,
Clarks.
and Jake.
Clerks.
All right, guys, clean sweeping. It sounds like you like Malcolm's questions more than you like mine. But let's jump into question 4, science, sci-fi, and fantasy. Who plays H.G. Wells in the 1979 film Time After Time? It's also a great, great song. There's a horror movie that has a remake of this song, and I really dig the remake.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen this part of this movie somewhere. I don't quite remember it that much, but yeah. But there's about 5 other movies I don't remember a lot of. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we go back to James.
No clue. I said Laurence Olivier.
Jake,
No clue. I said Marlon Brando.
and Brian.
I know the 2 main actors in it. I'm not sure which one was the right answer. I said Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell is
That is
correct.
correct.
Good job, Brian.
It was just
Remember
so
David
fitting
Warner.
that I got to ask that question. But the next question comes. I know I messed up, but next question comes in biopics. What
You say
famous book?
biopics.
What
Biopics,
famous
yeah.
book is being promoted by Jason Segel's character in the titular tour of the film, The End of the Tour?
You know, there is a show that I love Jason Segel in. He brings several different shades of acting ability, and that would be How I Met Your Mother.
I too love that show, and he's definitely been in a lot of movies which do bring up a lot, but yeah, and he's definitely been in a lot of few TV shows. But 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And Jake,
I don't know if I understood the question, but I just put Twilight. I don't know.
Brian,
50 Shades of Siegel.
James,
I don't know. I just said Lance Armstrong because I couldn't understand the question either.
he was promoting Infinite Jest.
Okay.
Okay.
In the category of directors, what film was Harold Ramis's directorial debut? Gotta say, that Harold Ramis, quite a fella. Quite a fella.
Yeah, I mean, he will be missed, but it looks like everyone's got their boards up. So we start with Brian.
I'm not confident, but I put stripes.
James.
I'm also not confident, and I also put stripes.
Jake.
I'm confident. Gunga Galunga, Caddyshack.
Caddyshack is
Oh, that's why I wasn't confident.
Gunga Galunga.
But the next question comes in the realm of horror/thriller. What kind of weapon does Patrick Bateman use to kill Christie with in American Psycho?
I'm sorry, what kind of what?
Weapon.
Weapon.
You know, this is a movie.
That's a good movie.
It is.
It's a movie. It's not terrible, not great. I think this movie gets way too much hype.
But yeah, everyone's got their boards up, and we're going to start with Jake.
Me?
James.
Me, I think.
James.
An axe.
Jake.
I have to return some videotapes. Chainsaw.
And Brian.
What else is the X?
Chainsaw is correct.
Jared Leto, Poe Islands with the axe.
Yeah, I was 50-50.
I saw the movie once back when it came out. So.
All right, guys. In the category of plot summary, I'm going to read this as monotone as possible because I don't have a movie voice. Name the following movie. A research chemist comes under personal and professional attack when he decides to appear in a 60 Minutes 1968 expose on big tobacco. That was quite wordy, I would say, Malcolm. Quite wordy.
It was. I mean, there's a lot of plot summaries that do have a lot of words and can be that like that.
That's true. This is true.
I think I could probably name about 5, 4, 3, 2, and
Repeat the
1.
question.
Repeat the
Ooh,
question.
Justin.
Name the following movie. A research chemist comes under personal and professional attack when he decides to appear in a 60 Minutes 1968 expose on big tobacco. You know, there's quite a few people that are not happy with big tobacco. Quite a few.
Yep. And I mean, if it's not that, it's they are not happy with other things. So
This is true.
but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we start with Jake.
That'll be The Insider.
Brian.
I don't remember it being in the 60s, but yeah, the Insider.
And James.
Nope.
Good. Well, and we're back after that quick tabulation. But going into round 2, we've got Jake in on 6. We've got Brian on 4. We've got James on 2. Anything is possible. It is still anyone's game. Doug, do you want to read the rules for round 2?
Yeah, absolutely, Malcolm. The rules for round 2, as you guys probably know, but if you are new here, this is what's known as the wheel round. This is the make or break, and the competitor in the league chooses to go first, second, or third. The person in second chooses when they go during their turn. Whoever goes first bets on red or black, or in this case, because it's 3 people, white. The player in second immediately chooses their color after that, and the third, so on and so forth. The player that goes first spins the wheel. Each player will spin the wheel. They get 1 mulligan if they choose. If they choose to spin away from the category, they get 1. But they have to take whatever it is the second time around. Of course, if it lands on opponent's choice, Unfortunately, you stop at 1. Each category has 4 questions worth 2 points apiece. A player can go to multiple choice, knocking each question down to 1 point. If a player misses the question, the 2 opponents get a quick 5 count. So make sure you're writing on your board from the time that we asked the question to steal that answer. They must write it down, show it, and say it. Now, going over real quick, we have the round 2 categories. I'm going to go ahead and show that up on my screen, even though you probably can't read it. Yeah. So we have action movie, roll call, Liam Neeson, 90s comedy, hitman movies, music biopics, movies formerly known as deep cuts, astronaut movies, Lawrence Fishburne's, Jake Strength and Oscars, Brian Strength and Julianne Huff. There you go. I murdered that. Sorry about that, Julianne. And then James' Strength in baseball. So let's go ahead and ask Jake. Jake, do you want to go first, second, or third?
I'll go third. Thank you.
Third. Brian, do you want to go first or second?
Let's go second.
Second. And James, you will go first. James, you get first pick. Do you want black, white, or red?
I gotta go with white, right?
No, you get to. Oh, you go. Oh, yeah, I got you. Jokes. They're hilarious, especially when you don't get them. Brian, do you want black or red?
Let's go red.
Red, and that means Jake gets black. All right, and we are going to go ahead and spin the wheel.
And if you get 90s comedies, answer Frozen Assets.
Jesus Christ.
It has a famous review
And it
of
is
Cisco and Eva
white.
of that movie, okay?
It is white.
Oh, God.
All right, I will go with baseball movies.
All right, baseball movies. Malcolm, do you want to give him his questions?
Yep, I'm just going to go down to it. And your first question is, who played Coach John Schiffner in the 2001 film Summer Catch?
It's the coach.
Five, four.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Fred Ward, B, Brian Dennehy, C, John Voight, or D, Brian Cox?
It's Brian Dennehy.
That is correct for a point. Your next question is, in Mr. Baseball, before being traded to a Japanese team, which major league team did Jack Elliott play for?
The New York Yankees.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question is, what was Morris Buttermaker's previous profession before being asked to coach a Little League baseball team in the Bad News Bears?
He was a pool cleaner.
Jake and Brian, can you quickly write down for a steal?
Oh, we can't get the repeat because that's one of our.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jake.
A house cleaner?
Brian.
You sounded confident pool cleaner, so I think I'm close. A gardener?
No, his previous profession was that
We
he was
can't
a
hear
baseball
you.
player. You
That
That was
can't
his
hear me?
previous profession before. I challenged that because he was a pool cleaner right before they got him.
There is
He was a baseball player before, but he was.
Yeah,
There's multiple answers.
well, we're back from the challenge, and after our research, he was also a pool cleaner, so we've agreed to give the points to James, so he gets 2 points, and he gets to keep his challenge. And the final question in baseball movies. In The Natural, after Bobby destroys his Wonder Boy bat hitting a foul ball, what is the name of the new one that the Bat Boy picks out for him?
The Savoy Special.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay, so don't go against James in a baseball random match.
All right.
yeah.
I have 9 for James.
That is what I've got. That is what I've got too.
All right. Next up is Brian. Brian, we're going to go ahead. As you can see, it's still on white, if you can see it. And we're going to go ahead and spin away. '90s comedies.
Frozen Assets.
Yeah,
Frozen
right.
Assets.
I'll take it.
Taking '90s comedies. All right, scrolling up now to '90s comedies. All right, '90s comedies. Are you ready, Brian?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. In The Big Lebowski, what is the dude's drink of choice?
Oh, White Russian.
That is correct for 2 points.
One of my
Won't even
favorite.
bother writing down a seal.
Yeah, love that drink.
Who played the main character Ashtray in Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice? That is not the complete title, just for people to know.
It is the complete. Oh no, yeah.
That is not the complete title.
Yeah, there's more.
The main character. I believe. Which one? I'm gonna go Marlon Wayans.
That is incorrect. Going over to Jake and James in 5, 4, 3, 2,
And that's the game.
1. James, what do you got?
Sean Waynes.
Sean Drains is correct. And Jake?
I mean, I was closer than what I thought. Damon Wayans. But...
All right. Going to question 3. In Groundhog Day, what song does Phil hear in the morning when he wakes up?
I got you, babe.
That is correct for 2 points.
Sonny and Cher.
All right. Whew. Which 90s comedy contains the quote, "It was a jump to conclusion, Matt"?
Office Space.
All right. Didn't even have to finish it. Office Space is correct for 2 points.
It has conclusions that you can jump to.
All right. And we're going to Jake. Jake, as you can see, it's still on 90s comedy, giving it a big spin for you.
Watch it land on Brian's color.
Baseball movies, which you can't get, so we're going to spin away.
Let's do that one. Let's do that one.
Yeah, so Brian Dennehy.
Unfortunately, we're out of baseball.
And 90s comedy. Can't do that.
Okay, so this is by design.
I'm mad that I missed Brian Dennehy though. Damn.
It is red.
I knew it. I told you.
And Brian, what would you like to give him?
Yeah, let's go Julian Hough.
Oh.
All right. Malcolm, would you like to give him his question?
Yep. Right. In the category of Julian Hough, the first question is: in Footloose, what was the name of Ariel's brother whose death was the reason for the ban on dancing?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Bobby, B, Woody, C, Billy, or D, Johnny?
C, Billy.
It looks like Brian is ready for the steal. I think. James, do you have a steal?
I said B.
And Brian.
I think it's A.
A is correct. The next question is: in Safe Haven, what does Alex try giving to Katie shortly after meeting her that makes her upset?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, a ring, B, a job, or C, a necklace, or D, a bike?
A job.
That is incorrect. It looks like both Brian and James are already ready to steal Brian.
Bicycle.
James.
I said necklace.
And Brian steal again. Your penultimate question in Julianne Hough. In Dirty Grandpa, which of Jason's family members is it revealed that his fiancée had an affair with?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, his brother, B, his grandpa, C, his cousin, or D, his father?
His father.
That is incorrect. Brian and James to steal again. And they're both ready. Brian.
Cousin?
James.
Brother?
Brian with steal again. Anyone would think this is Brian's strength or something. But the next question is, in Burlesque, why does Georgia need to be replaced by Ali in the show?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, she went to rehab, B, she's pregnant, C, she's moving, or D, she's going to college?
Any of the options again, please?
You can. Is it A, she went to rehab, B, she's pregnant, C, she's moving, or D, she's going to college?
She's pregnant.
That is correct for a point.
It's 1 point.
Had that one.
Hey.
So after round 2, we've got Brian is in the lead with 13 points. We've got James nipping at his heels with 11 points. And then we've got Jake, who's in third place on 7 points. But anything can happen in round 3. In round 3, we bring up another reel, and there's going to be 3 questions worth 2, 3, and 5 points. Each question will come from a different movie. There is no multiple choice options available, but also no stealing from the players. We'll spin the wheel to determine the movie for each question, and the players will have the option to spin only one time in round 3, so they have to choose wisely. If the movie is spun a second time with the same point value, then it's going to be a technical respin. And Jake's going to start answering questions first to try and get past James, and then you sort of go back and forth answering until there's a TKO or until 2 players are mathematically eliminated. The movies that we have on this reel, we've got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Dazed and Confused, Miss Smith Goes to Washington, Pulp Fiction, Hoosiers, Paths to Glory, Warrior, and The Departed.
All right.
So Doug, spin the wheel for Jake's first question.
All right, Jake. 2 points
I'll
to
take
Departed.
The Departed. I have got the first question up and ready. So, Jake, your first question in the Departed. Well, your first 2-point question. What actor plays the character Trooper Brown, Costigan's friend from the Academy?
Anthony Anderson.
That is correct for 2 points.
All
He was
right.
amazing in the film Kangaroo Jack.
Spinning for
Well, who isn't amazing in that movie? Come on.
That's true.
It's a documentary, isn't it?
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington for your 3-pointer.
I will respin that.
All right. Pass the glory. Pass of glory.
Better than Haitians.
Right. Jake, your 3-pointer to send it to James so he has to answer a question. Finish this quote from General Mero. Show me a patriot and I'll show you blank. And it's 3 words. And 5.
Repeat.
Finish this quote from General Miro. Show me a patriot and I'll show you blank, blank, blank. And 5, 4, 3.
All the cowards.
That is incorrect. We're looking for an honest man.
Alright.
And we go on to your 5-point question, which is going to be from Paths to Glory.
Okay.
And your 5-point question is: initially, how many men from the 701st Regiment did General Miro want executed?
Repeat the question.
Yep, that is your second repeat. Initially, how many men from the 701st Regiment did General Miro want executed? I'm probably butchering that name, but yeah.
I think you're close. If you're butchering it.
When you say originally, you mean not what happens, but what was the original?
I said it was initially. How many? Yeah.
Initially.
And 5, 4, 3, 2,
30
1.
men.
It was 100 men, and which means that Jake has been eliminated.
Alright.
Move over to James for his 2-pointer.
James, 2-pointer. Dazed and Confused.
I'll keep it.
Alright, Dazed and Confused. I'll take this one. Alright, your 2-pointer for Dazed and Confused. Who plays Randall, Pink Floyd?
Is that the entire question?
Yeah.
A little reflection there.
Yeah, it was Jason London.
That's correct for 2 points. Alright. So now it's 13-13. We go over to Brian.
Yeah, I think we do that in a tie.
Yeah, because I have more questions left.
Yep.
All right, Brian. Paths of Glory.
I don't want to use my respin early. I don't know a lot of the cast though. I guess I'll take it.
All right.
Right. Your 2-point question in Paths to Glory. What actor plays Corporal Paris?
Paris.
Five, 4, 3,
Richard Ritter.
2. Richard Ritter is incorrect. We're looking for Ralph Meeker.
All right. So now they're on the same questions. We stay with Brian?
Yeah, we alternate. I think we alternate until someone gets ahead.
Okay, so we'll stay with Brian, or okay.
Go James, because they've both got the same amount of questions left now. So.
All right, going with James.
James and I are tied. What a shock. Here we go.
The Departed.
I'm going to respin that.
Respin. Using his respin. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. All right, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Your 3-point question. Complete the following quote from Jefferson Davis. With great ability comes great blank. One word. And we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question.
1. Complete the following quote from Jefferson Davis. With great ability comes great blank. One word.
Responsibility.
That is incorrect. We're looking for accountability.
Ah,
All right, going to Brian for his 3-point question. And it's Pass the Glory, so we're going to spin it again.
That Will really loves the Paths of Glory.
And it's Warrior.
Shit. Spin it again.
Spin it again. Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
Okay.
And the question. Your Mr. Washington. Fill in the blank that is repeated twice in the following quote. You all think I'm blank. Well, I'm not blank, and I'm going to stay right here and fight for this lost cause. And it's one word.
Finished.
That is incorrect. We were looking for licked. All right. James, your 5-pointer.
Paths of Glory. Oh shit! That almost was.
Hoosiers.
Wrong sport.
All right, going to Hoosier. Hoosiers. I went too far. Where is... Okay, here we go. Your 5-point question in Hoosiers. In the game against Duggar, after Coach Dale gets ejected, Shooter is forced to come up with a game-winning plan. What is the name of the play he tells the team to run?
I could have told you everything about that question up until the name of the play. I'm not even going to waste anybody's time. Let me see what I can make up. The Chitwood Special.
Incorrect. We were looking for a little play known as picket fence.
And now we go over to Brian. This is going to be really interesting because if Brian hits us, he wins.
And it's a respin because
It's going to be. But if he misses it, we go to sudden death.
Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
There we are. Your 5-point question in Pulp Fiction. After bringing a dead body to his house, Jimmy protests that his wife will divorce him if she ever found out. What is Jimmy's wife's name?
Like James, I think I knew everything about this entire scene until the one question you asked.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Janet, I don't know.
Bonnie.
Woo! Malcolm, did you think we were going to end up here? We are in the tiebreakers.
Actually, history would say yes.
I mean, we all know Brian and James loves facing each other. They want to do it all the time. But we're going to go back and forth with these questions, Doug, because why not?
Yep, their whiteboard, right? They were right down the whiteboard. First person that misses.
Yep. All right. The first question in tiebreaker, the sudden death. In the category of action, what weapon is used by the members of the villainous gang in the Stephen Chow film Kung Fu Hustle?
I don't secretly love this movie. I actually love this movie.
And
there is no secret about this.
And 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question. Your first question in action. What weapon is used by the members of the villainous gang in the Stephen Chow film Kung Fu Hustle? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brian.
Hatchets?
James.
Congrats, Brian. I've never seen that movie. I said nunchucks.
The answer is
I can get it's hatchets.
Yeah,
they're the same thing. Some would say a callback, and your winner, Brian, the Macguffin. This was an incredibly intense match. Malcolm, this is crazy.
Yeah, most definitely. But we can talk about this a lot. But I think we really should hear what they have to say, and so we'll go. Let's go to post-match interviews. We'll start with the third place, Jake. Jake, how did you feel about the match today? You're studying for a whole bunch of different matches today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I wasn't studying for Julian Hope, I can tell you that. Yeah, I felt good after round one, honestly. I mean, I didn't go in thinking that this is going to be easy or anything. And then, yeah, 1-2 just happened. And, yeah, I don't like keeping categories a secret. It makes it more luck-based. And it completely just ruined it for me. And who knows what could have happened if I got something else. But it's just, it didn't do me any favors. And, yeah, this is just, yeah, it sucked, but I don't know what else I can say, really. It's what happened.
But yeah, I mean, it does end you one, but I mean, you're definitely going to be back next year in force.
Hopefully.
I mean, is there anyone that you'll be looking to face next year to get revenge?
I would like to play Hunter. I'd like to play Brian Permison. Anyone who's, of the level that is not the people I've been playing, because it's just really unlucky. This is like my fourth time I've gotten opponent's color in about a year since beginning of Snowball last year. I've been getting people's colors, and yeah, the secret categories I'm vehemently against. So we'll see what happens later on. But yeah, this is just not good.
But yeah, we're going to go over to the second place person now, James. James, you went to sudden death. How are you feeling?
Just to be able to get there after that abysmal round one I put up was just really, really something I didn't expect. I just had a really, really bad round one. A lot of movies that I've never seen, and a couple just that I missed. But, it's like Jake said, it's kind of luck-based in round two. I was able to spend my strength and kind of weasel my way back into the game. I want to punch Brian in the face for Julianne Hough, though, and I'm sure Jake is wanting to punch him even more than I do, because that was brutal. But, round three, it was just that 5-point question for me felt like a 10-pointer versus Brian's is about a 2. the part of the movie is called the Bonnie situation.
Bonnie situation.
Yeah, I blanked on it. I remember that afterwards. Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you started reading the question, I was like, "That's not a 5." But it is what it is. He didn't get it, so it didn't really matter. But if I could have just hit my 5, just didn't know that one. I haven't seen Hoosiers in a while, so I tried to cram in a little bit today, and just didn't really get there. But Jake and Brian are fantastic competitors, so to be able to get to sudden death, I'm happy with the way that I was able to pull out of that terrible route.
But yeah, I mean, is there anyone that you are looking forward to face next year?
Nobody I'm going to call out individually. I'm just looking forward to a new season starting and seeing where we go. And good luck to Brian in the tournament.
But now time to go to our winner. Brian, you and James have been having this ongoing battle. You came out with blood on your shirt this time. How are you feeling about beating James?
Well, I got nothing but respect for both these guys. I mean, James and I have always been playing against each other, and we played together too, and it's always fun to play with them. And then Jake, of course, as well. I mean, he was the most intimidating. I mean, all respect to James, but Jake's one of the most intimidating players in the league. And I honestly think if this had taken place in a week when he didn't have so many other things to study on, there were probably more priorities, that I think it would have been a much closer match. As it is, it went about like we expected. I mean, all of us, I think, had some terrible rounds here and there. I think between all three of us, we got 2 of the 9 round 3 questions right or something like that. So, and as far as the strengths, it was just like last night that it was brought up that we should possibly share strengths. And at that point, I had no study time left. So I'm like, you know what? If I don't have time to study theirs, I don't want to give them mine. So, but normally I'm all for sharing if it's right up front from the beginning. But things went my way this time. I squeaked by a win. I'm going to have to do a whole lot better if I'm going to get past the next round of the tournament, though.
Yep. But yeah, we're going to go back to the desk. Doug, this was a great match. I mean, it started looking like Jake was going to win, then James swept round 2 of this category and managed to squeak out the win at the end. But how did you feel about this match?
It was intense. That last round, going down to it. I mean, James had 2 points going into the second round. Baseball movies, listen, you let him get it on the wheel, you're screwed. But no, I think this was incredible. Listen, you can't take away from Jake's performance in the first round. It didn't turn. The wheel is a very, very feistrous woman at times, where she does what she wants. And Lady Luck was not on his side tonight. But you know what? Sometimes it's not on other people's sides either. So the way the game plays, and it's the way they keep pulling you back in.
Yeah. But with that, Brian moves on. I don't know who's going to face yet, but yeah, Brian moves on. But before we go, I'm going to say that I'm going to dedicate this match to Emma McAllister Dollface, who did pass away this week. And I'm sure she would have loved to see Brian just pull out that word, and she would have loved to see this. But so we'll just do a little moment of silence for Emma. Right. I don't even know how long to make those moments of silence, but from Jake, from James, from Brian, from Doug, and from myself, we'll see you next time.